to go outside. I just sit here and open my laptop. Mm. My Wi-Fi is usually fast. If got problem, I just restart the router. It's very simple. I have my own laptop and also my phone, so I can choose which one to use. If sooner I switch device, I think online learning is about self-discipline. If you manage your time properly, it's not hard. Sometimes I see people complain about bad connection, but I don't really understand. I thought everyone has internet already. For me, it's quite convenient.
One bar, that's normal. I can join class from home, so I go to a cafe near the main road. One drink for the Wi-Fi. I don't even want the drink, I just need the passport. Sometimes the internet disconnects during the quizzes, and people think I'm careless. I wake up early to travel here. I spend money just to attend, but when I'm late, it looks like I didn't even try. They say education is equal, but access is not. I don't lack effort, I lack connection.
Honestly, how do you feel about online classes compared to studying in a real classroom? Online classes are convenient in some ways, but I can attend lessons from home and save time on transportation. But at the same time, it doesn't feel the same way as being in a real classroom. When you are physically in class, it's easier to interact with your lecturer and classmates. During online classes, sometimes I feel less motivated and it's easier to get distracted. Also, learning online can feel a bit lonely sometimes because you don't get to socialize with others the same way you would on a campus. Okay, it's true. For the second question, our research shows that over 65% of students have actually missed a class or a deadline because of the bad internet. Have you had any problems with that? Yes, I've experienced that before. Sometimes the internet just cuts off in the middle of an online lecture, or maybe when I try to submit my assignment. I've missed important explanations from the lecture, and it can be stressful, especially if it happens during quizzes. I usually try to record like the lecture or ask my classmates for notes later, but it's still not the same as attending the class physically. And for the last question, our study look at the philosophy of Sijat Vera, which is all about balance and fairness. Do you think every student in Malaysia has a fair chance to succeed online? I don't think the situation is the same for every student, but sometimes students have good internet connections and proper study spaces at home, but others might struggle with slow internet or maybe limited devices. This can make them harder to learn online. I think schools or universities should provide more support, like better access to devices or internet assistance, so that all students can learn in a fair and balanced environment. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. What we just see in the scale is just and mark up story. It is the way life for many students in Malaysia every single day. We always hear people say that the internet making everything equal for students, but research show a very different story. We talked to 16 students for a start. It's 17 points of the landlive cities or big town. Then still have a hard time. More students, about 7 points, have a laptop, which is good, but look at the all 16 points for them still using a lens small smartphone to do then online learning. From our start, we found let's try to do our use student work on phone is just no good for a long time. It is very easy for some people to say just work harder or be more disciplined, but that's only easy if your Wi-Fi is faster and always work. In our service, only 33% of the students say they have never missed a deadline. That's meaning the owner of the 67 points more than half have missed a class or taken an assignment later because the internet was too short or then found that it's because they are busy, they are lazy, it's because they don't have a good relationship.
This brings us to a very important question. Is our education system actually fair to every student? We looked at our results using the philosophy of Sejahtera. This philosophy says that life should be balanced, happy, and fair for everyone in the community.
But right now, that balance is broken. A student's success shouldn't depend on where they live or if they can afford a fast internet plan. Our data shows that only 35% of students study in a quiet or a private room. The rest of them, which means the majority of them, have to study in noisy living room or share their space with the family. It makes so much harder to focus on what the teacher is actually saying because there are a lot of background noise.
And on top of that, 61% of university students have told us that the high cost of internet and gadgets required for online learning is hurting their education slowly but surely. And fixing this problem isn't just a technical job, it is our job, to be fair. And we need to make sure that the help and technology goes to the students who need it most.
Because at the end of the day, a student who doesn't have a good connection is still a student who wants to learn. They doesn't lack efforts, they just lack the toys.